That's right, Pete. It was all Irish from the beginning. The team started off on a 12-4 run, and they did not look back as they took this one wire to wire here tonight. Earlier this week, head coach Mike Bray implored the students to please come out and support his squad, and boy, Pete, did they ever tonight. Purcell was rocking as the Irish ran the Tigers out of the gym in front of a packed house. The Irish are now a perfect 7-0 at home and off to their best conference start since 2017. Their next challenge will come on the road this Saturday at Virginia Tech. Ahead of their Elite Eight matchup Saturday, the Notre Dame men's soccer team is staying loose and preparing to face off with a Pitt team that they've seen and beaten twice already this year.
But in order for them to be ready for their matchup, the team is calling on their fans to help make Alumni Stadium a nightmare for Pitt on Saturday.
I just love this group of seniors that has seen us through this pandemic the last couple years, and I think with their last home game, I just love to see a huge crowd, and it just makes such a, whether it's 5%, 10%, whatever we want to say, it's just a little easier to run hard when someone's cheering you on.
We're looking forward to having a big crowd out there come Saturday, and we really need the entire Notre Dame community to be there with us, and we rely so heavily on the support of our community. It gives us that extra push on the field. It's our 12th man, as we like to say. So we're just hoping that the entire Notre Dame community can come out.
A big crowd is only part of what will help the Irish bring home a dub on Saturday. They've beat this Pitt team twice, both shutouts. Coach Riley says his team knows how to beat the Panthers. Now, they just have to execute.
I think they have confidence, and we've played well in the first two games, but we haven't played our best game against them, so I think we're excited about the challenge to play our best game against them, and I think it goes for all the players.
Just continuing what we've been doing, outworking teams, outcompeting teams, sticking to our game plan and executing well. The rest of the stuff will work itself out. It's soccer, games go back and forth, they'll get chances, we'll have chances, but I think if we stick true to our values that have got us to this point, we'll be fine.
Saturday's game starts at 5 at Alumni Stadium. For Richard Brooks, his game on the court speaks for itself. But it's what he brings to his team off the court that makes him vital to the night's success.
He does all the little things, whether it's on the offensive end or the defensive end or in the locker room. He does the little things, talking to a guy who's down, getting on a guy that maybe needs it. He does, the leadership's probably the biggest thing for him.
In Brooks, Berger has found himself an invaluable asset, a voice in the huddle and the locker room, but one that can step on the court and deliver bucket after bucket.
He's, our best outside shooter, leadership, he handles the basketball, and he's one of our top rebounders. So, kind of both ends of the floor and then off the floor, he's a big part of what we're trying to do.
The feelings of appreciation are mutual from Brooks as well. Richard says playing for Berger has been great, and their relationship on and off the court is a big factor in the team's success.
We have a good relationship. He thinks very highly of me. He thinks I'm one of the better players that he's encountered through his years of coaching. So me and him, we have a really good relationship.
That's high praise for Brooks, given the number of college and even future pro players that have made their way through the program in recent years. Now, he hopes to do what those other Marion greats couldn't, lead the Knights to their first state title.
I love this team so much. Every game is just another opportunity to get closer with them. And as the season's coming to an end, I'm coming to cherish every game, make every game, try to make it my best one.
In Mishawaka, Leo Goldman, WSBT 22 Sports.
We start tonight with some new developments from Bears camp. NBC Sports Chicago is reporting that Bears head coach Matt Nagy has been informed that he will not be brought back next season, and that this Sunday's game against Minnesota will be his last with the organization.
But the highlight of this game comes from Folabami Fayemi. Gets the steal. Flight 24 is cleared for takeoff. Get off the runway.
Folks, I am still catching my breath from what was an incredible night of high school hoops. Tonight, legacies were cemented, teams survived, teams advanced, and permanent memories were made. Down 3, madness ensues. First 3 attempt is no good. Glenn gets it back. Silas Kaiser for the tie, no good. Marion wins it 46-43 in an absolute classic. All right, Colts fans, I got good news and I got bad news. The good news, if the Colts beat the Jaguars on Sunday, the worst team in the NFL, they're officially in the playoffs. The bad news is if they lose to Jacksonville, a place where the Colts have not won in 7 years, the road to the playoffs gets very difficult. Kevin Durant was more of who to look out for tonight in Indy. Check out the rack attack by KD. Nets trailed early on in this one. Story of the night was Lance Stevenson making his return to Indy. He beats the buzzer at the end of the first. Pacers led after one. We'll skip ahead to the third. Pacers up big. How about Lance Stevenson again? This was his night, folks. Drills the deuce to extend the lead for the Pacers. Well, it seems like just yesterday the Colts pulled the plug on the Carson Wentz project and traded him to Washington. Well, that's probably because it wasn't even 2 weeks ago. Today the Colts made another big move, this one also at the quarterback position.